at White Sands Missile Range. So this is the thing, right? I had this load. Okay, that's high. I had this load, and they gave me a point of contact. They gave me a contact number, point of contact, PLC. I had the person's name, but they didn't have a phone number. So I called the agent. The agent said, all right, I'll get back with you. They gave me the number, so I called the number. It sent me to some captain in Washington. I'm like, hold on, but I'm picking up in White Sands. He's like, yeah. We have a unit down there. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm picking up going to Lexington. He says, well, what are you getting? I said, I don't know. They didn't tell me. So then he had to look it up. He was like, oh, well, I think you're going to get some ISU 90s and some generators. I said, I don't know what I'm getting. I just need to talk to the person who's point of contact. So then he said, okay, I'm going to send you a number to your, I'm going to text you a number. I said, okay, bad. Well, I ain't saying bad, but I said, okay, cool. I don't know. I don't remember calling that number, but she called me. What's today? Thursday? She called me Wednesday night. And she didn't know what I was getting. She didn't have any bill of lading. I don't even know why I asked about that, about the bill of lading. I guess because a couple of loads behind, a couple of loads, anyway. Let me get my thoughts together. So we wound up talking. I needed to know where the gate was that I was going to. Because normally if you type in like White Sands Missile Range, it'll send you to the main gate. And that's not where trucks go. I typed in the address, but it's still like it was the address to where I was picking up. It'll still send me through the main gate. So she pinned me on Google which gate to go to. And it's funny though because White Sands Missile Range is connected to Fort Bliss, and Google Maps was sending me to Fort Bliss. So she pinned me the gate to go to, and then she pinned me where I was picking up. Now, I'm like, bang. So then, Thursday, which is today, comes around. I drive in, coming to the gate, but then I see a truck. I see a line of trucks, kind of like curved, pulled off onto the side. And I'm having a hard time recollecting this. I told this story so many times. So the last truck was kind of sticking out to the road, so I kind of pulled around and pulled up. He was talking to another driver. These are two Mercer drivers. And so I rolled down my window. I said, hey, yo, is this where we check in at? He says, I don't know. I'm talking to him, trying to figure out what we're trying to do. I was like, well, I talked to the lady last night. She told me to go to that building up there. So that's where I'm going. And they were like, well, I guess that's where we're going. So then I pulled up to there was a Mercer truck in front of them. So as I'm pulling up to pass the rest of the truck, because it was 6 altogether, I see a guy on the phone. They had a phone in the middle of nowhere. Just a phone. And he's on the phone. And I'm like, so we need to get on the phone to check in? He said, no, I'm calling our contact, which is the lady I talked to the night before. And I'm calling her, and she says that we need to get our pass. That's where I'm headed, to that building up there to get the gate pass. So like, well, I guess that's what we're doing. So then I just pulled past everybody else and head on to the building. Didn't think nothing of it, right? Only logical thing, I'm not gonna wait for so there were 3 Mercer trucks, plus me was 4, and then the other 3 trucks were different companies. I don't know where they're from. We're gonna speed this. So this one, I go in, I check in, I wait to get escorted. I get escorted up there. I talk to the lady escorting me. I was like, do you have a bill of lading? She was like, I don't know. We're gonna get this. So I'm just escorting y'all. I'm gonna get you in touch with the soldiers. And so the shipping guy came, and I was like, he said, what do you get? He said, do you have your CBL number? I said, CBO number, I don't have any number. So then I get on the phone with the agent, and I say, hey, look, he's asking me for a pickup number, CBO number, but I don't have anything. Can you give me one? She's like, well, I'll call you back and see what I can do. So I talked to him, and I'm like, all I know is that there's ISU 90s and generators. He's like, well, they're right there. He's like, so you're getting all 5 of them? I'm like, I don't know how many. I just know they're ISU 90s and generators. But can I get the ISU 90s? He was like, but I need a CBL number. Meanwhile, he has 2 bill of ladings in his hand. And he's trying to, I don't know which one of the generators, which one's ISU 90s. So I'm like, you know, I'm just going to take the generator. So then, he's like, look. Oh, he said, oh, I found it. Here's the bill of lading for the ISU. I get the ISU 90s? Great. So, they start loading me. The other trucks start pulling in. Like 2, 3, 4. Pretty much they all came to the same area. But they're all picking up different things. And so these are the ISU 90s. There's 5. Alright. So that's what I was picking up. Now, in the midst of him loading the 3rd one on me, I check my phone, I got an email. I check the email, boom, she sent me my CBL number. I look at this, I look at the number and I'm like, this ain't the number on the BOL. So then I go to the soldier. I'm like, yo, is this the CBL number right here? He's like, yeah. So this CBL number doesn't match the bill of lading. He was like, yeah. It's like, are y'all gonna unload me and then give it to the other guy? And I get like, I don't know, what do you want to do? I'm like, can I keep the 90s though? He's like, hey, y'all going to the same place. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm like, cool, bet. So I haven't talked to the guy, right? They load the rest of them. I pull off. I strap up. I get a call from my dispatcher. He says, hey, bud, what are you doing over there? I hear you causing a commotion. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the commercial driver said you just cut the line. You just jumped in front of all the drivers. And I'm like, so then I start to tell him about the whole situation. But that by this point, now I'm feeling bad because it's like, it's that guy that I talked to in the very beginning. And he's probably mad because I got the 90s. Because he probably has a CBL number that he got the 90s for. And I jumped in and got the generators. And so he said that he got a call. He said that that driver called the agent. The agent called his supervisor about me jumping the line. So then I'm sitting in my truck and I'm thinking, should I go talk to him? Should I go apologize? Because that wasn't my intention. I mean, you know, and I also wanted to check and see if he got CBL number because I was going to show him, like, my load information don't give me a number. So I just asked if I can get the 90s. Needless to say, I didn't know how it was going to go. So I called my supervisor, or my dispatcher supervisor. He kind of figured there was something shaky going on because it was kind of like the way it was explained was kind of vague, put like that. So he just figured it was some like Facebook type drama. So anyway, I've just been feeling guilty ever since I got these ISU 90s. They're so pretty and new. Look at that. They're so pretty and new. And they fit perfectly. So anyway, that's my story. That's my experience. And I'll holler at you on the next video. Peace.